It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Ready for a serious chat, man. 'Tis the season for sniffles, aches and colds, especially when it comes to our little ones. But feeling unwell doesn't only mean colds and flu. Babies often suffer from a myriad of things like colic and stomach discomfort, wind. A little bit of wind is big in the bubbas. And I think what breaks my heart is they're often unable to tell us why and where it hurts.
Now, the thing is, we were going to bring in international guests, but we thought, let's start at home. That's where the best people are. And we have our favorite dad, Graham Richards. Okay, this guy. I think it's important for us to share a lot about how you've managed your two little ones, how you've nursed them back to health, how you've tried different things to make sure that there were solutions. The weather is different now. And also, I think it's important to not only share about some of your tips and tricks, but also some of the products that you've used to make things a lot easier.
Do you know what it is? And I want to say, some almost seem like old wives' tales. You get kind of like the instruction handbook that's handed down from mother to mother to mother to mother. And as dads, you've got to pick this sort of stuff up. But there are some products that I guarantee you any new parent out there will have, like the Telemint drops, undoubtedly. I can guarantee you there's not a parent out there that hasn't, because often it's difficult to establish what's going on. If we talk about colic, which is basically a baby that's just uncomfortable.
Yes.
And it's difficult to discern what's actually going on. So there are a couple of go-to products that I've lent on over the years.
It's kind of, you almost want to just remove some of the sort of the things, the extremities to kind of get down, and sometimes this works. Obviously, when a baby's crying, you as a pops, you must feel like I can't, like you almost want to say, rather put the pain on me.
No, completely, dude, completely. And there's nothing more heartbreaking than that little cry, especially when they get that little bleat, like a little lamb. And you can just see there's something. And you think about yourself, if you have stomach discomfort, if you've got like IBS or something like that, it's awful. Now imagine that in a little body with a brain that doesn't understand what's going on.
Indeed.
So I'm gonna
gripe water.
Enjoy, kind of getting into some of the things that we really help. The Telemint drops I love. You can give from birth. The little kind of droplet bottle makes it a lot easier to administer it as well. You can just pop a few drops into the mouth, and it works. How it works, I don't know the science behind it, but it really just does work.
And they say, babies, very resilient. It is indeed true. However, we have to still support. We live in a changing world, viruses, flus, etc., and you want to keep your kids safe. So have you decided on any sort of multivitamin that you'd plug in?
Well, what I love here, and again, it's important what they put into it. So the Vidalen Plus Iron, which is great for a young growing body and a growing brain, and I'm big on early childhood development, full spectrum. Again, you can give it from birth up until 4 years old, gets all the right kind of spectrum of and we all know Dalen. But what I like about that is because it's difficult to get all of the nutrients into your little one, especially when they're young. And yes, milk, we know breast milk is best, but there are going to be natural deficiencies, so having a multivitamin is absolutely essential. And I really like, you can get the Vidalen straightforward, but the Vidalen Plus Iron was generally my go-to. And what I like is there's no kind of harsh sugars, alcohol, that sort of thing as well.
And also no tartrazine, because sometimes that's an enhancer that shouldn't even be there in your child's system.
And it's prevalent as well when you wouldn't expect it.
Just in terms of just something that you'll always find, we all have a medicine box at home. What type of things would you find in your medicine box just to make sure that you're always ready for whatever situation comes up?
Obviously, for cuts and scrapes and bruises and things like that, you need your gauze, your plasters, and often a plaster becomes a part of the healing process. Just them having a plaster on makes them feel better about it. So obviously, you want to have a practical kind of first aid kit, but a couple of absolute staples, the gripe water, undoubtedly, and again, no preservatives, no alcohol, no tartrazine, and that is a go-to, especially for wind and for stomach issues like that. And so many babies really do suffer from that. Remember, they're on a very high kind of lactose diet from the start. So that really is important. And then something that is absolutely essential, Antipiol ointments. If your baby suffers from eczema, if they have a naturally, a dry skin, if they suffer from really extreme nappy rash, it is a beautiful barrier cream. It works really, really well. We always used to get the supersized tube of it. And then maybe a little bit of milk of magnesia to help with stomach ailments as well. Perfect. Look after the tummy, look after the skin, look after the vitamins going into that little body that has a growing brain, growing organs, and then I think you're all right.
And that wraps up our Daddy Boot
we're
Camp for the
right,
day on
yeah.
Espresso here on S3. That was sensational. And as you know, it can break your heart to see your child feeling lousy or
it's
sick.
awful.
But you can help them feel better. With Purity's range of medications, they really are there for you every single step of the way. Just ask this man and anybody else that's used their
How's your
products.
tummy, dude?
That's fine. Give me a little bit
How's
of
your
that,
little
please, if
tummy?
you don't. I actually used to use that when I was growing up. Yeah.
Becoming a parent fills you with delight, nerves, and questions. Now, an original South African app has the answers. Whether you're expecting your bundle of joy or raising a preschooler, the Purity Journey Journal app is a breeze to use. Sign up for free and choose from a host of features, including 24/7 medical assistance, expert tips, and milestone tracker. Sign up to the Purity Journey Journal app for whenever you need some guidance along your parenting journey.